United States and South Korea set to review their military alliance tomorrow. The talks scheduled between defense ministers have been given an unexpected twist, with President Donald Trump's recent approval of nuclear submarines for the South. CNA senior correspondent Lim Yun Suk tells us more.
U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth is in South Korea for 2 days, his first trip to the country since taking office earlier this year. It also marks his first visit to the Demilitarized Zone, separating the two Koreas. The Joint Security Area is where representatives from the United Nations Command, including the U.S. and North Korea, negotiated the armistice that technically ended the Korean War in 1953. But the border remains tense, as a formal peace treaty was never signed to officially end the 3-year conflict. A trip to the DMZ by Mr. Hegseth and South Korea's Defense Minister Ahn Gyu-back is seen as a symbolic message to North Korea, underscoring the two countries' commitment to combined defense readiness against Pyongyang's growing nuclear and missile threat. Mr. Hegseth's visit to Camp Humphreys, the sprawling U.S. military base in Pyeongtaek, where most American troops in South Korea are stationed, will also be significant. The presence of U.S. troops serves as a reminder to North Korea that the alliance stands firm. Central to Mr. Hegseth's visit will be the annual Security Consultative Meeting, or SCM talks, where the two defense chiefs are expected to discuss several issues, including how the U.S. could reshape the role of its forces in South Korea. The 28,500 U.S. troops here could be given a more flexible role, addressing not only threats from North Korea, but also wider security challenges in the Indo-Pacific. South Korea, meanwhile, is seeking to assume a greater role in its own defense, including the eventual transfer of wartime operational control from Washington to Seoul. Also on the agenda could be the ongoing discussions over South Korea's plan to build nuclear-powered submarines, seen as crucial to bolstering deterrence against North Korea's advancing capabilities. After meeting South Korean President Lee Jae-myung on the sidelines of the APEC summit last week, U.S. President Donald Trump said Washington would allow South Korea to develop a nuclear-powered submarine to be built in the U.S. using South Korean technology. Experts in Seoul say this is likely to come up at Tuesday's SCM meeting, given its strategic importance for South Korea.
NPT 문제라든지 또 어디서 건조를 할지 그다음에 핵연료를 어떻게 공수를 할지 이런 디테일 부분에서 어떻게 실무급으로 이제 협의가 되느냐에 따라서 이제 추진이 어느 정도 시간이 소요되고 또 그 비용이 소요되는지는.
Mr. Hegseth will depart South Korea on Tuesday, the final stop in his Asian tour, which has included Japan, Malaysia, and Vietnam. Lim Yun Suk, CNA, Seoul.